From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Thursday morning. We had several small vegetation fires break out yesterday. Jill and Jessica are going to tell you about that in just a second. But in terms of large wildfires burning within the region, it's just the one in southwestern Yakima County, the Williams Mine Fire, which is now 31% contained. So remember, we lost that 1% of containment yesterday. We now gained it back, and the acreage is still staying steady between 12,000 and 13,000 acres. But there is a red flag warning in the area of this fire in place for today, as it is going to be pretty hot and dry. Now, temperatures right now are pretty mild out there, 50s and 60s. You'll probably need a light jacket as you're headed out the front door, but of course it will be t-shirt weather a little bit later today, as today is going to be the first day of the heat wave, which is going to last through Sunday. Also, we're tracking some small thunderstorm chances for Saturday and Sunday, so that'll up the fire start potential, but thankfully we do trend cooler and a little bit wetter into next week. But first, we have to deal with the heat. Heat advisories posted through Saturday at least. I'll tell you how hot it's going to be for today coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a new fire burning in Benton County. We'll tell you how many acres it's burned and where it's located. But first, an update on the deadly school shooting at a Georgia high school. The sheriff calling it an act of pure evil. We have the tragic details. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Thursday, September 5th. We start right off with the deadly school shooting at a high school in Georgia.
A vigil was held last night for the victims of the shooting at Appalachia High School, about 45 miles east of Atlanta.
Law enforcement confirms 4 people were killed, 2 14-year-old students and 2 teachers. 9 other injured victims were taken to area hospitals. A teenage suspect was arrested and will be charged as an adult.
He was identified as Colt Gray, a 14-year-old student at the school who was armed with an AR-15 style firearm. Authorities say he surrendered when confronted by a school resource officer. The sheriff of Barrow County described the shooting as pure evil.
Hate is not going to prevail in our county, and hate's not going to prevail in our state. And pure evil did what happened today. That's all I can tell you.
All schools in the county school district will be closed the rest of the week. According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the 2 students killed have been identified as Mason Schermerhorn and Christian Angelo.
Both were the same age as the alleged shooter, 14, and the 2 teachers who died were 39-year-old Richard Aspinwall and 53-year-old Christina Ermey. And we turn now to a new fire burning in Benton County.
This fire is burning along Highway 14 north of the Columbia River. It's now called the Sandpiper Fire. According to fire officials, it's burned about 24 acres so far. No official word yet on a cause, but we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
In more fire news, West Benton Fire Rescue spent yesterday afternoon putting out a vegetation fire on the 400 block of North Missimer Road in Benton County.
Fire crews were able to put the fire out quickly and stop it from spreading. No word yet on the cause of this fire as well. And a wildfire is also impacting traffic in parts of Kittitas and Chelan counties.
WashDOT says US 97 at Blewett Pass is currently closed due to a brush fire that's growing at the summit. Northbound traffic will be stopped at milepost 149.5 at the junction with SR 970. As for southbound traffic, cars and trucks will be stopped at milepost 177 just south of Valley Highway.
There is currently no estimated time for reopening.
Multiple neighbors in a Kennewick neighborhood say they heard a loud explosion just before 9 yesterday morning.
You heard it there. The Kennewick Fire Department says Pacific Recycling was scrapping metal when they cut into what they thought was a metal container. It turned out to be a pressurized vessel of some sort of compressed gas. When they cut into it, it ruptured the tank.
The tank then went through both sides of one of their buildings in between a couple of homes and across the street into the front door of another home located on 4th Avenue and East 4th Avenue in Kennewick. KFD says one of the things they do with fire prevention is help train businesses in case a situation like this happens.
We make sure that any type of container that has compressed gas in it, they're properly chained up so that they have fall protection so they don't fall. A similar thing that could possibly happen is if a pressurized container were to fall and bust off the valve head, then it could have a similar effect as to what we saw today with the tank getting punctured.
Kennewick fire officials say no one was hurt.
The fire crews work hard keeping the community informed and prepared, and Prosser's West Benton Fire and Rescue celebrated its second annual open house yesterday.
The celebration included live demonstrations of putting out a small fire, using a fire hose, and trying on some fire gear. It was a family-friendly event.
The deputy fire chief says events like these hold a special place in his heart.
Just giving back to the community. I grew up here in Prosser. I was raised here in Prosser, and so just being able to give back to the community I raised, it's a great feeling, and it's what I enjoy the most about this job.
Aside from the open house, the deputy chief says they send out fireworks and wildfire safety information to homes in the community.
Yakima Valley College is partnering with Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences to provide a direct pipeline for their graduates to continue their education at PNWU.
Students who complete their bachelor's degree at YVC can transfer directly to one of 5 programs at the university. This includes osteopathic medicine, physical therapy, dental medicine, occupational therapy, and a Master of Arts in Medical Sciences.
They can continue their journey without having to leave the Valley,
which is very valuable for some of our students because they have familial supports here, financial supports here. And so leaving Yakima sometimes isn't an option, and this provides a pipeline for them to still go into one of those crucial medical programs.
The agreement includes guaranteed interviews for students or seats set aside specifically for YVC graduates.
The Toppenish School District is celebrating a new investment in its transportation system, courtesy of $2.4 million in grant money from the EPA.
Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell has an inside look at the district's new investment.
Behind me is one of 3 school buses the Toppenish School District has had since last fall, but more will be on their way soon. 6 electric school buses paid for by a $2.4 million grant from the Environmental Protection Agency.
The big difference is they're quiet, they're emission-free, and they have helped districts cut in half many times what the costs are to run a traditional school bus.
A quieter bus means students don't have to shout as loud to be heard, and less noise means fewer distractions for drivers.
Especially for our sort of neurosensitive students, the fact that this bus does not vibrate like a traditional school bus is so quiet. These kids calm down.
They say having no emissions means the buses are better for the environment and students' health.
Particulates that come from traditional diesel-powered school buses have a tremendous impact on youth and vulnerable populations. So being able to swap those out for zero-emission electric school bus provides immediate health benefits.
The buses already paid for by the EPA grants. Operation costs cut in half compared to what they would be for a traditional school bus.
You're not buying diesel fuel, which is getting more and more expensive. You're not swapping out all the parts that support a combustible engine.
The bus's generators can also come in handy in an emergency.
For some of our communities out on the Pacific Coast who have power reliability issues around storm and other things, you can plug this bus in and keep your clinic going, keep your school going.
Using the heater during winter does drain the battery faster, but school district officials say one charge is still sufficient for their typical routes. School district officials tell me they're supposed to get the next 3 buses within the next couple of months. Reporting in Toppenish, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
In more education news, Walla Walla Public Schools recently finished getting the new artificial turf out of the JV Trident field, with varsities nearing completion.
Student athletes are already practicing on the brand new turf. Superintendent Wade Smith says it's gone through the safety testing and it's even better than grass.
But what's most important is the all-natural organic infill. You know, many of the current turfs, both in the region and across the state, used crushed rubber, ground-up tires. We spent a lot of time with our committee determining and concluding we wanted the safest, natural, recyclable infill, and so we're going with what's called a thermoblend infill. It's a mixture of natural cellulose fibers and, believe it or not, crushed olive pits left over from the olive oil pressing process. And so when you combine those two together, it's an all-natural organic infill that's actually 30 degrees cooler than crushed rubber and completely recyclable.
The varsity field is nearing completion as well, and the full story where we hear from athletes is coming tonight on Apple Valley News Now, along with information about the next phase in the Trident Field project.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the latest batch of COVID shots are now available, but for those who don't have insurance, it could cost you money. We have how much you should expect to pay coming up in your health headlines.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended, and that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 60 months no interest financing. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Save through Monday with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including a Philips 50-inch QLED 4K Roku Smart TV. Members save $70. Bi-Mart, celebrating 20 years of employee ownership.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we are having our summertime sales event. Discover our wide variety of buildings, including custom-build options to fit your unique needs. From now until the end of the month, get 20% off all our in-stock inventory. That's right. We offer free and fast delivery, and we're committed to unbeatable quality and service. Come visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds in West Richland and Sunnyside for the best deals of the season.
Next DT, we're with Nicole Kidman at her not-so-perfect premiere.
There's a reason to keep digging around.
Plus, Kevin Hart on his fight night with Samuel L. Jackson. Next DT.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended, and that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 60 months no interest financing. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's a look at all the smoke in the region right now, and this gray color just indicates some light smoke, but it's going to start to thicken up. You'll start to see more of these yellows and oranges here as we put this into motion over the next couple of days, and so we'll do that with Futurecast. We stop this at 5 p.m. You can see, especially for the periphery of our viewing area in Yakima County and southern and eastern portions of Morrow County and Umatilla County. That's where we'll see some thicker haze, maybe some of that also streaming into Benton County. We'll have to see all that pans out. But into midnight, the situation is going to be just about the same. But then into Friday, you'll notice that some of those beige and yellow colors start to sort of close in on the Tri-Cities. So this will start to impact more of the viewing area. Air quality we anticipate to get worse, and the worst air quality is going to be in southwestern Yakima County, also probably in southern Morrow and Umatilla counties. And the reason why this is happening is because mid to upper level winds are shifting out of the south. It's bringing all of that smoke from all the very active Oregon fires into our region. So again, that's something we're going to be keeping tabs on over the next couple of days. But obviously the biggest concern is the heat. As we're in the midst of this heat advisory, this heat wave, we're going to end up around 100 degrees today in the Tri-Cities. So we'll be about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. And thankfully, we do have some relief from the heat and some rainfall on the way. You heard both of those things correctly. And so I'll show you both of those coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your health headlines this morning, the latest batch of COVID shots are now available, but be prepared to pay if you don't have health insurance. That's because the federal program that covered the cost of the vaccines for uninsured and underinsured people ran out of funding. The Federal Bridge Access Program was set to end this December, but it expired early because of a move by Congress. They rescinded $6.1 billion in COVID emergency spending as part of a deal to avoid a government shutdown. Congress also blocked a Biden administration proposal that would provide free immunizations. Now, the roughly 25 million Americans who are without health insurance will pay up to $200 for the shots. Private insurers, Medicare, and Medicaid are still required to pay for COVID vaccines. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, LL Flooring, which used to be called Lumbar Liquidators, is going out of business. We have the details why coming up in your consumer news.
Is that house-made guac going on a Carl's Jr. burger? Smooth, zesty, charbroiled beefy, melty pepper jack, cheesy, saucy temptation, crisp bacon too. I give. Give in to the guac bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr. Made burger.
Good burger.
Hi, I'm Scott McGilvery. I know what bath remodels should cost because I've done hundreds of them. I use Bathfitter in my investment properties because I know it'll be worth every penny and then some. After 40 years and over 2 million baths, they're accountable for everything from design to manufacturing to installation, all backed by a lifetime warranty. If you want a bath remodel you can trust with your money, it just fits. Bathfitter. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Off the clock? And you're relaxing in that old thing?
Come on, a little duct tape. It's good to go.
Well, right now, you can score amazing comfort that's built to last with savings up to 50% during the extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or get 60 months no interest. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Hey there, are you ready to quackercise? It's the best exercise to get ready for the duck race. I know you guys are ready. Are you? It's coming September 14th. Don't miss your chance to win big at the Mid-Columbia Duck Race. The grand prize is a 2024 Toyota Corolla Cross, plus other fantastic prizes. Support your community, lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep the tradition alive. The Mid-Columbia Duck Race, presented by Toyota and Audubon Auto Care Center.
Is that house-made guac going on a Carl's Jr. burger? Smooth, zesty, charbroiled beefy, melty pepper jack, cheesy, saucy temptation, crisp bacon too. I give. Give in to the guac bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr.
Made burger. Good burger. Welcome to the unpredictable, the unforgettable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season. Jason, seriously?
The Jets battle the 49ers. Watch Monday starting at 5, followed by a special Apple Valley News Now primetime.
Next extra, Kevin Hart and Taraji P. Henson caught up in $1 million heist.
Our New York night with the all-star cast of Fight Night. And Taraji talks about reuniting with Terrence Howard.
Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have this red flag warning that's in place for the other side of Mount Adams. You know, the Williams mine fire is burning on the south side of Mount Adams, so this is in place for the north side and for this little slice of Yakima County. But given that it's so close and so adjacent to the perimeter of the Williams mine fire, we'll be tracking for that erratic fire behavior, at least the potential of it, very closely. Okay, and all that's maybe going to happen today because it's going to be so hot and dry. It will be about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of the year, near 100 in the Tri-Cities, but most of us ending up in the 90s. And we'll have plenty of sunshine out there. It's going to feel even hotter in the sunshine. It's going to be hazy sunshine, too, as the haze will increase throughout the day. And then for tonight, The haze situation is going to stay the same. Overnight lows dropping down into the 50s and 60s, so we'll trend a little bit milder overall. And then we'll have more hot weather to go through for Friday and Saturday and for Sunday. Now, the National Weather Service in Pendleton has just issued this heat advisory from 1 p.m. today to 9 p.m. on Saturday, but I just have a gut feeling that this is going to get extended into Sunday as well, as Sunday is looking just about as hot as the other 3 days. But thankfully, after that, we start to trend cooler and cooler and cooler. Finally, some seasonal weather returns by the time we get to next Wednesday, and that is going to come along with maybe some shower chances. Small chances for Tuesday, definitely much more significant chances in a Wednesday. That is definitely going to help out with the fire situation. But before that, our vegetation is going to be very dry, and we do have these little lightning chances for the Cascades and for the Blues on Saturday and Sunday, respectively. So that is really going to increase the fire start potential. We'll have more to say about that coming up a little bit later in the show. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Near 100 through Sunday, starting to feel normal again by Tuesday and Wednesday. For Yakima, will be hot and dry through the weekend, cooler for Tuesday and Wednesday with showers possible on Wednesday in particular. And then for Ellensburg, hot and dry through Sunday. Breezes picking up for Sunday. That'll also increase the fire start potential in the Kittitas Valley, as it is going to be very dry there. And then for Hermiston, near 100 for Thursday through Sunday. Finally, more seasonal again by Tuesday and Wednesday. And then for Walla Walla, tracking small shower chances for Sunday. The better chance for lightning, though, is going to be in the Blue Mountains. And then we'll trend cooler overall once we hit next week.
Thank you, Josh. In consumer news, LL Flooring, formerly known as Lumber Liquidators, is going out of business after failing to find a buyer to rescue the 30-year-old retailer. Inventory at its 200 stores will be put on sale starting Friday before the locations close in about 3 months. The shutdowns will put about 2,000 workers out of a job. LL Flooring began about 30 years ago as a company that bought and sold excess inventory. The company expanded and currently sells about 500 varieties of hard surface floors. The business has locations in Kennewick and Yakima. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Dancing with the Stars fans, listen up. We now know the full cast of the 33rd season, and we'll tell you who they are coming up in your entertainment headlines. That's up next.
Back by popular demand, it's Steve Hun Kia's 2 for $222, but only while supplies last during the summer clearance sale. If Steve Hun Kia can sell 2 new Kias for $222, imagine what you'll save on all-wheel drive SUVs, but only at SteveHunKia.com.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
The best bulls in the world have come to town. For bulls and their riders, those 8 seconds go by in a heartbeat. 8 seconds to become a champion, or nothing. This is America, and this is PBR. It's bull time, Kennewick. PBR bucks into Toyota Center September 6th and 7th. Get your tickets now at pbr.com/tickets or Ticketmaster.
Discover the luxury of Mr. Mattress, locally owned and operated in the Uptown Mall in Richland. Experience top quality mattresses, bedding, and adjustable bases, all at wholesale prices. Enjoy free delivery in the Tri-Cities. Feel the comfort and quality in every product. Visit Mr. Mattress at 1395 George Washington Way in Richland. Mr. Mattress, your gateway to a better night's sleep.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $50 on the MSA 60 CB battery chainsaw and save $50 on the VGA 57 battery blower. Real STIHL.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Backed by popular demand, it's Steve Hahn Kia's 2 for $222, but only while supplies last during the summer clearance sale. If Steve Hahn Kia can sell 2 new Kias for $222, imagine what you'll save on all-wheel drive SUVs, but only at SteveHahnKia.com.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. You might remember last summer the Taylor Swift's Era Tour made a stop in Seattle, and it made headlines after fans caused the Swiftquake.
The term was created after intense jumping and singing by fans, and it registered as seismic activity. Now, a local geology professor has measured the activity from another concert that was, we're going to start that over because my mic was off just now, but the term was created after intense jumping after singing by fans registered as seismic activity. Now, a local geology professor has measured the activity from another concert that was even more earth-shaking.
She says the Seattle Swiftquake has been dethroned by a surprising artist.
It was Ed Sheeran, and Ed Sheeran is not somebody with whom I associate like rampant crazy crowd behavior. However, he did bring Macklemore on stage. And so here you have local artist playing Can't Hold Us, which is a very jumpy song and a very high energy song, and the crowd responded appropriately. And it's definitively the strongest shaking we saw the entire time.
The professor at Western Washington University wants to be clear those concerts did not cause actual earthquakes.
She said data can easily be analyzed and pulled from the hundreds of seismometers, I'm sorry to all geologists out there, around the Northwest that measure natural seismic activity.
Those two artists you just don't associate with being the biggest ones to cause that kind of seismic
Taylor Swift
activity.
and Ed Sheeran?
Yeah. I guess Taylor Swift, but...
Taylor Swift, she's got her fans. They go crazy.
You would think like someone like Travis Scott or something.
Like Macklemore, that part makes sense. I've been at a Mariners game before, kind of like a playoff atmosphere when that song plays, and it's hype. It's hype.
Yeah. He's causing the seismic activity.
Yes.
Well, in more entertainment news, we now know the full cast of the 33rd season of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, they were announced on Good Morning America yesterday. We previously told you about Pommel Horse Guy, Olympian Steven Nedorosik. He was the first contestant announced.
Other contestants include Ilona Mayer, also the so-called fake heiress Anna Delvey, All-Star NBA center Dwight Howard, and Beverly Hills 90210 alum Tori Spelling. Also, former Bachelorette star Jen Tran.
The new dancing season premieres Tuesday, September 17th on ABC and Disney+.
And I didn't watch the Bachelorette season, but I'm happy for Jen Tran because it didn't look like a good ending from what I saw on social media.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers, but...
She never looked happy in the promos, that's all I'll say.
They never do that, though. They're always showing them crying.
Yeah,
well,
I just don't know what to do.
Hopefully she has a good time on Dancing with the Stars. Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, the man accused of being responsible in a series of terrifying shootings along I-5 was in court yesterday, and we have the update. Details are just ahead.
And more evidence has been found of Russia attempting to influence the U.S. election. We have what the Department of Justice is saying now. That's all coming up in your next half hour.
Craving our world-famous hand-rolled crisp burritos with creamy, bacony, chipotle, smoky goodness? Try our new smoky pork crisp burrito for a limited time. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Bad sleep.
No, the worst.
You know, there's really no excuse for bad sleep. During the extended Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress.
Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend.
Take up to $100 off our Doctor's Choice Original lineup and up to $200 off our Doctor's Choice Hybrid lineup. Check out the Summit, just $299.99. Or get 60 months, no interest, and free shipping. Hurry, the extended Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
I asked Deadpool to show off my 100% all-white meat spicy chicken strips.
not really what I had in mind, Deadpool. Starting at $5 with brand new dipping sauces. See Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters July 26th.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Welcome to the Drive Like a Pro League. Today we've got Kevin facing off against his Thursday commute. Let's see if he can bring that safety A game. He's off. He makes room for a cyclist, and he's already got pedestrians up ahead. He gets the stop. Incredible. Let's take another look at that. Kevin showing excellent technique. As soon as he approaches the crosswalk, he applies that inside brake pressure. The crowd can't believe it. Be like Kevin. Drive like a pro.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest the most watched local morning news program in our area. What's new, what's now, and what's next, plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now on your side.
Craving our world-famous hand-rolled crisp burritos with creamy, bacony, chipotle, smoky goodness? Try our new smoky pork crisp burrito for a limited time. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at applevalleynewsnow.com and our mobile apps. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Josh Colbert.
So I know that it's still summer, but I've been waiting for those fall temperatures to hit, and it feels like it's just going to keep staying hot.
Yeah, well, we got a couple days of that last week. Looks like by the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, we'll be back into more of that fall-like weather. We got a whole lot of summer to deal with between point A and point B, though.
Too much summer.
Yes, a little too much summer. All right. Right now, you're taking a live look at the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Some light haze up in the sky for today, and the haze will be increasing throughout the day. Current temperatures are pretty comfortable this morning, 50s and 60s. You'll definitely need a light jacket as you're headed out the front door, but a very light jacket in the foothills of the Blues as we're seeing temperatures in the low to mid 60s. A little bit later today, it's going to be hot. The heat advisory, I think, goes into effect at 1 p.m. In fact, I know it goes into effect at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We'll be about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. This is going to be a multi-day ordeal. So during this whole ordeal, if you're going to take the pets on a walk, the earlier the better. If the kids are going to be outside, be sure that they're staying hydrated. If you're going to be outside, especially if you're going to be working outside, also keep yourself hydrated. Try to take breaks in the shade. And of course, please, please, please check on those vulnerable populations, especially the elderly. So of course, we're concerned about just the straight up heat, but the heat is also going to have impacts when it comes to fire weather. And I'll show you some of the metrics to back that up coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Starting off this half hour in statewide news, bail is set at $1 million for the man accused in this series of shootings along I-5.
Now more victims are coming forward. Investigators are aware of 8 separate shootings along I-5 in King and Pierce counties, believed to be linked to the same suspect. Lynanne Wynn reports.
The suspected shooter waiving his right to appear in court after 6 people were injured in now 8 separate shootings along I-5. Washington State Patrol responded to 3 shootings on northbound I-5 in King County within 20 minutes of each other. Then a couple hours later, another series of shootings on southbound I-5 in King and Pierce counties. We spoke with one victim who was driving with his wife and young children who wanted to remain anonymous.
I think we're more concerned because it was so close. It was so close. I mean, this and this. I mean, it doesn't get, thank God nothing happened to us, but yeah, it could have been different.
Investigators say 2 more victims have since come forward, and they were able to recover bullet fragments from one victim's vehicle. A motorcyclist in Bothell also reported being shot at. Investigators say the motorcycle was hit twice, but the rider thankfully was not injured. Another victim told us he drove to the nearest fire station in Federal Way after being shot, concerned the 23-year-old woman in his car who'd been hit wouldn't make it much further because of how badly she was injured. Multiple victims described the suspect as wearing a ski mask, driving a white Volvo, and one person was able to provide a license plate. Within hours, authorities tracked the suspect down, finding a gun, a magazine, and loose ammo inside his car. Court documents say the suspect told investigators he believed he was being followed while driving, and people in cars were trying to run him off the road. He also stated he was shooting to get the people who were following him to back off.
The suspect's defense attorney told the court he has concerns about his client's mental capacity to stand trial.
The suspect is expected to be formally charged later this week.
Turning to political news now, the Biden administration says Russia has been spending millions of dollars in attempts to influence the U.S. election as well as other issues through social media.
The Justice Department says it's indicted 2 employees of the Kremlin media arm RT. It alleges they were part of an almost $10 million scheme to set up and direct a Tennessee-based front company.
A U.S. official identifies it as Tenet Media, which lists Benny Johnson and Tim Pool on its website. Both say they were victims of RT's efforts and have maintained editorial control of their content.
The Justice Department says it's also cracking down on Russia's use of fake profiles and faux websites.
Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign team has agreed to the terms of next week's presidential debate on ABC with former President Donald Trump. According to a source familiar with the debate negotiations, the Harris campaign also agreed to muted mics when it's not their turn to speak.
In a letter to the network yesterday, the Harris campaign said it accepted the terms to avoid Trump pulling out of the debate. Harris' team also said in the letter muting the mics would put her at a disadvantage.
The 2 presidential nominees will face off Tuesday in Philadelphia.
If you love live music, you'll love our next story. We'll have details on where you can catch some live music in our area.
But first, Josh will have what you can expect weather-wise today, maybe some relief from that heat. We'll check in with him in just a few minutes.
Stacy Lee, KEPKView First Alert Weather. Watch tonight.
Is that house-made guac going on a Carl's Jr. burger? Smooth, zesty, charbroiled, beefy, melty, pepper jack, cheesy, saucy temptation, crisp bacon too. I give. Give in to the guac bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr.
Made burger. Get burger. Enjoy bowling here at Triple Play, where fun is always in season. French fries are fun, which is always in season here at Triple Play. Speaking of fun, did you know it's always in season at Triple Play?
Dude, what's with dropping the tagline?
The marketing ladies wanted me to push it.
What did they offer ya?
5 pizzas.
Gonna share, right?
Of course.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Oh, thanks.
So what do you think about these?
We like this.
Yeah, we love it.
When it's time for an update or a complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
We're going to take everything down to the
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs.
Honey, you were right. Turned out.
Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com to learn more about no interest, no payments for 12 months.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. During Purple's Labor Day sale, save up to $1,000 on mattress and base bundles and get an instant gift. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
I've always had an eye for opportunity. As a kid, I was hustling, selling candy, mowing lawns, you name it. That drive never left me. The first time I tasted crumble, it was clear to me this was more than just a cookie. From that moment, I knew this was a chance to bring the taste of something new to our neighborhood. But I couldn't do it alone. That's where Hapo came in. With their support, I was able to secure the loan that brought crumble to our community. Where do you credit union?
Is that house-made guac going on a Carl's Jr. burger? Smooth, zesty, charbroiled, beefy, melty, pepper jack, cheesy, saucy temptation, crisp bacon too. I give. Give in to the guac bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr.
Made burger. Get burger.
Welcome to the unpredictable.
the unforgettable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
Jason, seriously?
The Jets battle the 49ers. Watch Monday starting at 5, followed by a special Apple Valley News Now primetime.
Next live, actress Carrie Coon, plus Daniel Day Kim, and Cooking with Taryn Hall and co-author Liz Styling. It's a new season of Live.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Okay, so it's going to be very hot and dry over the next 4 days. We've established that. And I want to show you just how dry our vegetation is going to be over that stretch. So first we'll start with today. Then I want to show you what it's going to look like by the time we get to Sunday. But for today, here's today's vegetation dryness. Remember, the 100th percentile would be the driest vegetation on record. So we're going to be up into the 81st percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties, up into the 75th percentile for the lower Columbia Basin, and then into the 80th percentile for the Blue Mountains. So definitely dry. You know, yesterday we had several small vegetation fire starts, so the fire start risk is certainly not zero for today, but I want to show you what it looks like for Sunday. Okay, now we're going to be up into the 93rd percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties with some breezes in the mix. So that's concerning. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, for now it looks like we don't have any breezes in the forecast for Sunday, but it's still going to be very dry. Fuels up into the 86th percentile. And finally, this is the one that makes my stomach hurt a little bit. For the Blue Mountains, we'll be up into the 97th percentile with a little bit of lightning in the forecast. So this is certainly a very dangerous setup when it comes to the fire start potential. However, we do trend cooler into next week. Also, I think we have some tangible rain chances that are certainly going to help out with these numbers. So I'll show you the cooler and wetter weather into next week, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. The Community Concerts of the Tri-Cities is celebrating its 80th season. In that time, with 4 or 5 concerts produced each season, there have been more than 350 shows since 1944.
Mary Hartman, the Secretary and Marketing Chair for the Community Concert, says she knows a lot of people who end up loving concerts that they didn't think that they would. Why? Because of the variety.
Maybe the most varied, eclectic mix of anything this year, because we've got Mexicano music at the beginning, we've got classical guitar at the end, we've got a circus in the middle, we've got silent films, and Simon and Garfunkel tribute band. So it's you know, if you don't like one, you're going to like some of the others because it's so varied.
The season pass for the Community Concerts of the Tri-Cities are $70 for adults and $35 for youth. Individual tickets at the door are $30 for adults and $15 for youth. Family membership deals are also available.
In 1944, I think it cost $6.25 for a season ticket. But if you adjust that for inflation, it's more like $100 now. And our season tickets this year are $70 for 5 shows, so only $14 per show. So it's still a really great deal, and I think people maybe don't realize what a great deal it is.
Each concert is at 7:30 p.m. at the Richland High School Auditorium. The first concert kicks off in just a few weeks on September 21st, with the first being a 5-piece band playing Mexican folk music, also Latin rock, Tex-Mex, and much more.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your full weather forecast.
And still ahead is your morning sprint with all of your top stories and everything you need to know before heading out the door. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended. And that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 60 months no interest financing. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Pro-level performance at work and at home. Right now, buy 2 AP300S batteries and get a third AP300S for free. And get a free battery when you buy a BGA 86 battery handheld blower set, a $300 value. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less. That's ironic. Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. It's the final week of Dust Devils baseball in 2024, so don't miss your chance to catch a game and give me a high five. Friday, September 6th, it's Family Feast Night with $2 hot dogs and more, thanks to Atomic Dermatology. And a Rooster Tails jersey auction, thanks to BNSF Railway. On Saturday, we'll light up the September sky with fireworks, thanks to Cascade Natural Gas. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended. And that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 60 months, no interest financing. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have a red flag warning that's in place today for Mount Adams, but on the opposite side of the Williams Mine Fire. The Williams Mine Fire is burning down here, and the red flag warning is up here. So we'll see if these conditions adjacent to the fire make it misbehave, make the fire perimeter flare up like it's been doing over the past couple of days. Okay, a little bit later for today, will be about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. Very hot, very dry. We'll end up near 100 in the Tri-Cities. It's going to be plenty of sunshine for today. It's going to feel hotter in the sun, and that's going to be hazy sunshine as the haze is going to increase throughout the day. And then for tonight, the haze situation stays the same. Overnight lows trending milder overall as we'll end up in the 50s and 60s. And then into tomorrow, we're going to be just about as hot. In fact, the National Weather Service in Pendleton has issued this heat advisory through Saturday night, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to extend this until Sunday. Look at how hot it's going to be Sunday in the Tri-Cities, just about as hot as the 3 days that already have the heat advisory. But after that, starting to trend cooler, finally more seasonal by Wednesday. Thank goodness. And that is going to come along with maybe some shower chances increasing for Tuesday and Wednesday. So the good news gets better. However, we're going to have to go through a very rough stretch before that. It's going to be hot. It's going to be dry. Also, there's some little lightning chances for Saturday in the Cascades and for Sunday up in the Blue Mountains. And the vegetation is going to be very dry up that way. So there will be a very real risk for fires to start and spread quickly. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, near 100 through Sunday, starting to feel normal again by Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Yakima, hot and dry through the weekend, cooler for Tuesday and Wednesday with showers possible for Wednesday in particular. And then for Ellensburg, hot and dry through Sunday, breezes picking up for Sunday, and that will also increase the fire start potential as it's also going to be very dry in the Kittitas Valley. And then for Hermiston, near 100 for Thursday through Sunday. Finally, some more seasonal high temperatures by Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Walla Walla, tracking small shower chances for Sunday. A better chance for lightning is going to exist in the Blue Mountains, but then we'll trend cooler overall once we hit next week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, what a hurricane simulator can teach us about protecting our homes.
We have a
massive wall of 105 massive, powerful fans. They're able to simulate a hurricane of a Cat 3, 130 miles per hour. You can already feel the power of that wind and the rain pelting your face.
ABC's Matt Gutman is taking you inside a test chamber at the Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety in Richburg, South Carolina, with tips on sealing your roof.
Obviously, the ceiling has collapsed.
To strengthening your garage door. And coming up at 7 a.m., you won't believe our caught on tape demonstration. With your GMA First Look, I'm Maria Nally, ABC News, New York.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:50. It's time for your 6 o'clock morning sprint, and we'll start off in your national headlines. Vice President Kamala Harris has agreed to the terms of next week's presidential debate on ABC with former President Donald Trump.
A debate official says the Harris campaign has also agreed to muted mics when it's not their turn to speak. Also saying Harris accepted the terms to avoid Trump pulling out of the debate. The two presidential nominees will face off next Tuesday in Philadelphia.
In your business news, Target is bringing back its popular car seat trade-in program that aims to reduce waste in landfills. Starting September 15th, you can drop off your old car seats at any Target store.
In return, you'll get 20% discount for a new car seat, stroller, or select baby gear. Target will accept and recycle all types of car seats regardless of their condition, and that includes car seat bases and booster car seats. The program runs through September 28th. In your health headlines, the latest batch of COVID shots are now available. However, if you don't have health insurance, it could cost you about $200. The federal program that covered the cost of the vaccines for uninsured and underinsured people was set to end this December, but it expired early because of a move by Congress.
They rescinded $6.1 billion in COVID emergency spending as part of a deal to avoid a government shutdown. Congress also blocked a Biden administration proposal that would provide free immunizations. Private insurers, Medicare and Medicaid are still required to pay for COVID vaccines.
In your sports news, the start of the NFL's regular season gets underway tonight with the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens, and betting on sports is now live and legal in 38 states and Washington, D.C.
The American Gaming Association announced its first ever legal wagering estimate for the NFL season. It predicts Americans will bet a record $35 billion on legal sports books this season, and that would be a 30% increase from the previous season's estimate of nearly $27 billion.
In baseball news, after a couple of rough games for the Seattle Mariners, the Bats truly came alive last night.
Seattle defeating the Oakland Athletics 16-3 with 7 of those runs coming in the 7th inning. The series finale is just after 12:30 today.
Now here are the top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. If you heard a loud explosion in Kennewick yesterday morning, you're not alone. And the Kennewick Fire Department says Pacific Recycling cut into what they thought was a metal container, but was actually a container of compressed gas, and the tank ruptured, causing the sound heard throughout the community. While the tank went flying into a neighborhood, no one was injured.
A fire burning in Benton County sparked up along Highway 14 north of the Columbia River. It's being called the Sandpiper Fire. And according to fire officials, the fire has burned about 24 acres so far. No official word yet on a cause, but we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Yakima Valley College is partnering with Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences to provide a direct pipeline for their graduates to continue their education at PNWU. Students who complete their bachelor's degree at YVC can transfer directly to one of 5 programs at the university. This includes osteopathic medicine, physical therapy, dental medicine, occupational therapy, and Master of Arts in Medical Sciences.
The Toppenish School District is celebrating a new investment in its transportation system, courtesy of $2.4 million in grant money from the EPA. The district's been using 3 of 6 electric school buses paid for by the grant for almost a year. They say the new buses are quieter, reducing distractions for drivers, and they have no emissions. They also cost less than half of what it takes to run a traditional school bus. And district officials say they should be receiving the remaining 3 buses within the next few months.
In more education-related news, Walla Walla Public Schools recently finished getting the new artificial turf out at the JV Trident Field. Student athletes are already practicing on the turf. The varsity field is nearing completion as well. The full story, where we hear from athletes, is coming up tonight on Apple Valley News Now, along with information about the next phase in the Trident Field project. All right, trending now, Chipotle is getting in the Halloween spirit.
The company announced a costume collection with Spirit Halloween yesterday, and we all know the seasonal Halloween store that pops up every year. They're typically abandoned storefronts.
The Chipotle collection is made up of bodysuits that are meant to resemble a Chipotle napkin, fork, water cup, burrito, and to-go bag.
Of course, why not? Well, the casual fast food chain is not the first brand to do something like this. Earlier this year, Burt's Bees and Hidden Valley Ranch sold out of a set of lip balms that taste like a basket of chicken wings in one day, which was originally started out as an April Fool's joke.
The costumes will go on sale starting September 6th and retails for $39.99 in the U.S. and Canada, and the sizes range from adult small to extra large.
They'll be available online for everyone and will only be at some Spirit Halloween stores, none of them in our area, so if you want to get your hands on one, you'll have to order it online.
Yeah, Josh, you'll have to order one online.
Sure.
Well, I thought it'd be a great idea. You know, if we all did those costumes this year, we can all have like a Good Morning Northwest, you know, group going on. So what do you guys think?
I'm not so sure.
I'm not sure how I feel about the bodysuit.
Okay, well, sorry, I took the liberty of putting us in those costumes, so
goodness.
here they are now. I think,
oh my goodness.
Josh, you're a burrito. It says burrito on your costume.
I like how tall I am.
How tall you are.
And I think I'm a fork. Yeah, that's what it was described as. It's a black
Am I a to-go bag?
I think you're one of the bags.
Perfect.
And then we have our director, Megan, there. Is she a receipt or a bag also? And then I don't know what Riley's supposed to be, but hey, we're all Chipotle.
Perfect. What a great costume.
Oh man, we've gotta try those. Maybe not.
Well, now I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Me too.
But you gotta do weather.
I missed Moe's. That's like a Texas Southeast thing. We'll talk about that after the show. Hey, speaking of heat, well, this morning it's not all that hot, 50s and 60s, feeling pretty comfortable, but later today, here's some of that like spicy Chipotle kind of heat out there, as we do have a heat advisory that's going to be in place starting at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We're going to be up around 100 in the Tri-Cities. It will be about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. Now, the heat advisory only goes until 9 p.m. on Saturday, but I have a feeling that's probably going to get extended until Sunday. So here's some heat safety tips. The most important one is to check on those vulnerable populations, specifically the elderly. Call, stop by. Also, I had to throw this in. Fire safety tips. If you're tossing burning cigarettes on the ground, what are you doing? And avoid parking hot vehicles on dry vegetation. Don't drag any chains. So stay safe from the heat. Stay safe from the fire potential.
All great tips. Thank you, Josh. And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website, applevalley.newsnow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.